And it doesn't seem like a deal is in sight as union workers continue their strike against General Motors. That story topping our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Kasimi. So far, dozens of manufacturing plants and distribution warehouses are shut down. And the shutdown is creating a ripple effect, leading to layoffs of more than 1,000 Canadian auto workers. Local 4's Rod Maloney joining us live now as talks between both sides continues today. Rod?
Yeah, Rod, they went back to the table this morning about 8 o'clock, which is the good news. And we're still thinking that there is some progress being made. But it is a very difficult situation because when you're talking about the kinds of things that are this difficult to solve, it can go for quite some time. And so right now the subcommittees are talking. They're trying to work out the issues and then try and get over the hump with some of the larger issues as well. Now, you talked about Oshawa, Ontario. That's the plant that GM had to close at least one half of it yesterday. They make the Silverado and GMC, 1,200 auto workers. Their Unifor auto workers were laid off because they don't have any parts. I'm told that the other half of that plant could go down later on today. Oshawa 1 makes the Cadillac XTS and the Chevy Impala. They have not announced that yet, but the belief is that that one is likely to go down later on today. And so we're still waiting to hear if there are any new developments out of the talks. And of course, they've gone into the radio silence that we've become accustomed to in these kinds of talks. They've talked more in the past 4 days than we have seen them talk in the last 40 years because they try and keep these conversations quiet and they don't want to be negotiating in the media. But let's talk a little bit about why it is that it's now taking, 4 days now, and could be 2, 3, 4 more before they finish. And I'm going to defer to Dr. Arthur Schwartz, who is a former GM negotiator who has been in the tower and has negotiated these kinds of contracts. And this is his take on why it is that we're still seeing after 4 days of talks like this that it's taking so long.
Well, it's very easy to take people out on strike. You just tell them to go on strike. It's a lot harder to bring them back, and that's because expectations go up. Once they're out on strike, they're going to expect more because they're sacrificing more. And so now it makes it a little harder to get a deal than if there wasn't a strike.
Right, and so what ends up happening is that there has to be a deal that the rank and file believes is good enough to vote on, say yes to, and then go back to work. That can take 2 weeks. So as it stands right now, there isn't a deal. There doesn't appear to be one on the horizon just yet. And we're going to continue waiting to see them go into what we call round-the-clock talks. They do that tonight, then we feel like we're getting somewhere, and then maybe by the weekend this thing could be over. So we're still watching, we're still waiting, still looking to see about any indications. And so as it stands right now, they're talking, and we'll just have to wait it out. Reporting live downtown, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All righty, Rod, thank you for the update.